I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Wednesday, November the 7th. We're on Tuesday, had election day, and late here on Tuesday it looked like we're going to continue kind of gridlock in Congress, but the Republicans got even more help in the Senate, but likely have lost control of the House of Representatives, which is going to be a struggle, but nothing too big changed. The main thing was here in Texas, proud of fellow Texans here. We beat off the resistance from the one of the only Irish Mexicans I've ever heard of, with Beto O'Rourke losing to Ted Cruz, and I'm proud of my former neighbors and lifelong friends in Missouri retiring Claire McCaskill and kind of getting control of that deal. But we'll live through this and go on, and looks like we're going to keep rolling right along like we have been. Look at the board on Tuesday. December live cattle futures up a dime at 115.42. February was down a quarter at 120.40. November feeder cattle up 47 cents at 149.95. And January up 17 cents at 146.60. Basically just a nothing day after big losses to open the week on Monday. But your fat cattle, after last week's disappointing but higher, slightly higher fat cattle trade, we haven't seen a whole lot, but maybe a little more than we have the last couple of weeks. Early week trade in the Northern Plains, few on Monday, about 2,000 head, around 180 for the most part dressed, a few 113. Don't know why anybody would take that on a 116 market, but on Monday. Tuesday, a little bit more trade in the Northern Plains, from 112 to mostly 114 on a live basis, and a little more 180 dressed. Box beef cutout values are still kind of holding the levels they've gained the last couple of weeks. Choice cuts Tuesday afternoon settled at 218.76, up 17 cents, and select at 204.66, up $2.31. So a big recovery for your selects, with a choice select spread a little over $14. We're going to talk about your feeder cattle markets. I want you guys to note, especially you guys in the Eastern Corn Belt, there's a big sale here on dvauction.com. Virginia Cattlemen's Association tele-auction from Abington, Virginia. The Tri-State Livestock there, they are having a tele-auction. These cattle will all be coming direct. There's 23 loads of long-time weaned and vaccinated, top quality Virginia calves with those great genetics out there. You will love these cattle. You'll love the health on them, everything about them, put together in load lots for you. Butch Foster, the marketing agent there, he's going to be there on the phone. If you need to learn some more about these cattle, get in touch with him before the sale, which the sale happens Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can get right on dvauction.com and watch the videos on that, and you can bid right there. It won't be too fast for you, and you can feel real comfortable in what you're buying there, and I guarantee you they'll be top quality feeder cattle, and like I said, long time weaned and vaccinated, and you'll know everything's right. But you think about Abington, Virginia, and those cattle are mostly surrounding areas around there. That's Southern Virginia. It's not that far from you guys, and you want to get on and watch that sale on Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock Eastern. Let's talk about your feeder cattle markets on Tuesday. Real-time index on Cattle Market Central late in the day on Tuesday at 151.68, down just 42 cents, so holding fairly well. Philip the Giant was the biggest sale again. Of course, it's Tuesday this time of year. Nobody's going to knock out Philip. Close to 10,000 head again. Your most popular weights, which of course were calves, slightly lower, a couple bucks maybe. And didn't see the Federal State Market Report. Of course, that sale lasted wait until the night. But on your Cattle Market Central report that you see here, you see that your most popular weights of steer calves, 2,600 head plus, 5-weight steers average 559 at 170.04. That was around $3 cheaper than the weighted average from the previous week. And 2,200 6-weight steer calves average 637 at 166.03. That'd be about a couple bucks cheaper. You see on there your heifers are more and even with a big drive on some of them heifers that were likely replacement quality. But another couple of individual quotes out of Phillips, South Dakota there, and you can watch that on DV Auction and Bid every Tuesday. But look at some light calves. The best quote we've seen for at least 10 days out of that north central area. 121 head of 495 pound steers, bring 195.75. And then this quote here on some Charolais calves. These are not yearlings. Charolais calves, unweaned, but quality out of this world, and I mean the kind that'll actually do it. 83 head of calves, 734 pounds at $175 only in Phillips, South Dakota. OKC West, El Reno, Oklahoma, about 7,000 head of calves there. Remember a few weeks ago when it was so wet and some of those calves should have been coming to town and they just weren't making it in there at El Reno and in the city, in Oklahoma City, there at the National Stockyards. They weren't getting the runs they should have. Now they're getting these huge runs, which is likely not filtering through the market as well as they could have. But calves $2 to $4 lower in El Reno. Did note that some of those hard weaned calves, which there's not nearly enough of them, they were sure steady to stronger, and had a Red Angus special there, and really some good calves in Oklahoma City, and a lot of wheat for those cattle to graze on. A couple of individual quotes in some other areas. A market we've never talked about here on Cattle Market Central or on the Feeder Flash, Five Valleys Livestock in Missoula, Montana. Look at these lightweight calves way up north. 72 head of 349 pound steers, bring $224 a hundred. And then a meat and potatoes market right there in eastern Kansas. Fredonia Livestock had another big sale there on Tuesday. Yearling cattle here, 67 head, weighed 813 pounds at $162. And that's your Feeder Flash for Wednesday.